Hello, Onionium Genocide here, and this is going to be an update on business status. Out of the 4 businesses that I've done, that I run, I'm doing now, the core 4. So far, the trading card game with a weird name. Yeah, now I called it Extranon because I was only 14, making up a word when I was for the card game. As you can understand, I was only 14 when I designed the cards. So it's been almost 9 years since I designed the cards. And this store, I don't know what type of store it is, in Manhattan. I think it's near Union Square or Chelsea, I'm not sure where it is going to be selling my cards. So I made a $1,000 deal with that store. That's the first step. Another thing I could probably do is, since I already finished writing 2 textbooks for school, both of them are math, because math is my thing. It'd be much harder for me to write an ELA textbook. Yeah, and that's another thing I could probably do as soon as sell those books. Sell copies of those books. One of them is called 4th grade math, and the other is called Algebra 1, grades 4 through 12. And then, I think I am going to do that and sell those 2 as books. Give them a cover. Would be nice. Part of the F to A+ publishing. I'm going to walk to the end of this street right here, this dead end. Well, I have plenty of time before getting French fries and Mineola. Yeah, we're still in Garden City. And I know I made a video saying introducing the TTT. That's going to happen a little bit later. Because I still need to get the multi-purpose machine built that can make the rail cars and the tracks and the buses. And many of you are gonna not like this at first, but it's gonna be only temporary for like a short time. But there's gonna be most of the populated areas full of trains on the TTT are gonna have quad or triple track lines, or some of them that are less populated, such as, here's a good example. Columbus Avenue, which I call Old Country Road in my videos. Sorry for the confusion. I know Evan Goldell likes that confusion because it gives him a brain game to do. But Columbus Avenue is going to only have 2 tracks at first. Then turns into Dale Road and Scarsdale Avenue. And that road changes names like 3 times. On the blue line. Oh, what do we have here? And this is another reason why I don't want to live in Eastchester, where I am now. And then places like Peekskill Hollow Road would have a single track line with passing sidings. And of course there would always be places on these lines, all of them, where there would be triple track or quad track sections of track for the expresses to pass the locals, or for oncoming trains to pass each other in both local or express form. Sort of like the Interborough Express right now. The former New Haven Railroad line that's going to become the Interborough Express. It's soon going to be double-tracked in every single way. every single place. And then the computer company, which is originally going to be called Cherry Computer, but I don't want to make too many knockoff businesses in my corporation because I might get in trouble. I know it's not as bad as what Donald Trump does with his business, along with his 3 oldest children and their businesses. But Quadrillion Computer, it's going to have the first computer being made. At first, there's going to need to be Apple tax, but then that'll hopefully be dropped. Not sure what the price range is going to be for now, because I keep on changing my mind. But the parts that include Ryzen 5 5500, B550 with 5 PCIe X16 slots, GTX 1070 Mini, just a GTX 1070 that fits in smaller space. I got it because it was cheaper than the regular size. And then then 32 gigabyte DDR4, 4 terabyte mechanical hard drive, DVD-RW optical drive. Yes, there needs to be an optical drive in every computer, no matter what. If there's not enough room for a 5.5-inch bay, there needs to be for a 3.5-inch for the zip drive. Wait, why am I Columbus Avenue, Old Country Road? Why am I not crossing? Seems to be busy today on this Thursday. Also, tomorrow I'm going to Long Island. A real Long Island, not Long Inland where I am now. So the computer parts. And I got a brand new power supply, 750 watt, 80 plus bronze. So that it could be reliable, unlike the power supplies that come in like Dell or HP or Lenovo desktops. Those are ones that are pretty dangerous and low quality because they're basically like those unheard of brands that make the ones that cost $15. Those are fire hazards. Not sure if they are for Dell computers because we've never seen that problem before, but they're built very cheaply, so I chose a good one, 80 plus bronze, 750 watts. Is the upgrade of the GPUs. And I've so far decided to use, instead of Alder Lake, I'm going to be using the Broadwell EP 22-core max CPUs. Well, what do we have here? Broadwell EP, where the top end i9 would have 8 big cores, and technically all the cores are big, with 8 higher clocked big cores and 14 little cores, with the bottom six cores being clocked even lower than the middle 8. That's what I've got to say about the computer's future, along with the Tesla GPUs I'm going to be using. I'm not talking about old Tesla desktops GPUs, I'm talking about the server ones, which are cheaper and more powerful, making them nice. Although they will need to be heavily overclocked because they're just low in clock speed. And that's what I've got to say. The last thing to say is education. Alongside those, publishing from F to A plus publishing that I have, where I completed 2 of its books already. They're actually workbooks, not textbooks, I misspoke. There's Secure Education, which I'm not sure when it's going to start, but there's dozens of courses going to be available for college students and some for high school students. Some even go back all the way to 4th grade, like pre-algebra. And 5th grade Algebra 1, 6th grade Geometry. But are also college courses too. These are mostly science courses or math courses, whereas there's going to be like around half a dozen English language arts and 3 social studies. Haven't figured out anything else yet in regards to courses, but it's going to have to wait because I'm already like spending $10,000 on these courses. They're currently being made and they're going to be ready soon at SEU, Secure Education University. It's not being called WCSS because it's a worldwide university for the entire world. It's just one for the entire world because the courses are configured so that you can choose which times your class time will meet. If you can choose, out of the 4 hours your class time would meet, you can choose like 5 days a week for 48 minutes, 6 days, any configuration, 40 minutes, just 1 day, 4 hours straight, 1 hour a day, 4 days a week, or do that for 4 weeks or 2 weeks, or 3 sessions, 80 minutes each.